and your role in the show. Sorry, my brain's dead.
Yeah, no worries. Hi, my name is Mason Alexander Park, and I play Dr. Ian Wright on One.
Hi, I'm Nanrisa Lee. I play Jen Chu on Quantum Leap.
So this season has been kind of like a roller coaster with each episode. Obviously, Addison's dealing with the fact that she can't really touch Ben like she would want to, and then the storylines have been really dynamic and really inclusive. Can you tell us about how each of your respective characters has, and for yourself as well, been dealing with some of the different storylines that have come through?
You want me to? I'll go.
Okay.
I shall go first. I'll go first. I think for my character specifically, when we first start the show, Jen is she doesn't have the same background as the rest of her teammates. Her past is perhaps a little more colorful. She's done a little time. She's a felon. And I think because of the way that she came in and the way that she grew up, it makes her a little bit different. And I think over the course of the first season, we do start to see Jen sort of come into her own in some ways in terms of sort of how she may be feeling about her place on the team. I think one aspect, because it's a different background and because she wasn't like a Princeton grad and like a doctor, that I think the way she sees the rest of the people on her team is they're all innately good, and they're all good guys. And I think there was one episode in particular where I feel like Jen sort of realized, I think, and came into her own that she does have a place on the team, and that she is,
song
in
for the
fact,
defense.
Yeah, the legal episode was great.
She has a place there.
Yeah.
I think that was
Sometimes you don't have to have a degree to be beneficial to any team. Sometimes street knowledge is way more, you know what I mean?
Most
Can I
times.
tell you, as someone without a college degree who is from a major city, I'm born and raised in Oakland, I can absolutely attest to that.
Oakland's a tough city to grow up.
Great city to grow up in. Yeah, learn a lot.
You can really see the chemistry of your cast even at a photo call. And the two of you together right here. Talk about what it's like to work with this cast.
It's great. I feel like I've been just so lucky to be able to do shows with people that I really, really love. And each cast that I'm currently a part of has something very special. But this one, there's a closeness, and as I'm staring at those two dum-dums, there's just this closeness that is, it's really hard to fake or replicate with certain people, but all the creatives did a really great job of pairing together a group of individuals that actually care about each other, which is so integral to the actual story of what this entire thing is about. So I think if we didn't actually have a natural chemistry, it would be a lot harder as actors to just sort of sell this lifelong obsession with trying to save our friend, and especially when you're dealing with government issues where they wouldn't pour all of this money into a project unless the people behind it really, really, really cared and really, really wanted to figure things out. So it's been quite a treat. I'm happy to be part of it.
We have a good time.
Can you talk about both of your characters over the final two episodes of the season? Just kind of tease what's going on, and how painful is this hiatus going to be for everybody waiting for season 2?
Hopefully not too painful, but maybe it will be. I think the series obviously is coming to a head. There are so many storylines and so many things that are kind of converging in the last two episodes that make them both chaotic, but also so much fun. I think the final episode is one of my favorite episodes of the series so far.
It's nuts.
It's truly insane. And I'm just amazed that they did it. So it's hard to talk about that episode and actually be able to talk about the characterization and But I love what he got to do in the last 2 episodes of the show. I think that all of us have been building to really get to a place where our characters like are fully multi-dimensional human beings that not only have history but also are deeply involved in the present beyond just like trying to troubleshoot Ben's shit, and for lack of a better word, and it's really cool because the last 2 episodes, I mean, even like beginning with Ben's on like beginning with your episode, we start to see the team actually become so deeply invested in the mystery in a way that like the first few episodes it's not quite as clear.
And taking on different roles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and which is true to life. I feel like when you're put under these kind of extenuating circumstances, often people have to rise to different occasions and be like, well, I guess, you know, I have to do this time. And it's fun to watch each individual actor kind of like step into that role.
Yeah.
And
So,
just
I
ask
wanted-
a really quick, easy to get to know you question. How did you guys get introduced to Quantum Leap? Like when you first got the role, or were you familiar with the show beforehand?
Both of us were familiar with the show. Nanrisa has a much more interesting story about it. I knew of it. I had seen a few episodes, and I really enjoyed it because I love sci-fi and I love time travel. But the opportunity to kind of dive back into it really came from the show being revived, and I'm very excited that happened because it gave me a lot of time with Scott Bakula.
Yeah. I watched the original when it first aired with my dad, and so I was already very familiar with the show and the premise and the characters, and I think, you know, when it went forward, it was just a really great opportunity to be able to sort of continue along a show that I love, and I'm with the way that I think we've managed to retain a lot of the key things that I think that at least I really loved about the original, but also kind of like make it modern and present day and fun and, you know, a little edgy. And I think the pacing is a bit quicker in our show. It's a little kind of more fly by the seat of your pants a little bit, and there's, because we have the team, there's a second storyline kind of always moving through, which has been just really, really fun to be able to find that rhythm. And I think we've gotten to a really good place. And for season 2, there's just a lot. Didn't they just blow it up again? There's just a lot more stuff.
I wanted to ask real quick, your character is very computer savvy. How much computer savviness do you have?
My dad works in computers and works for the government, so there was a time in my life where I thought that I was going to do the same thing before I became an artist, and so there's a lot of like, it's sort of me exploring an alternate universe version of myself, I think.
Yeah.
There was a time where I wanted to work for the CIA.
Well, you do it very well.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks very much.